before I took the course at the Sedona Institute, the release technique, my relationship with my dad was that we didn't talk. We had no communication whatsoever. Now I feel that we talk more than we ever have. I feel closer to him than I ever have.
One thing that happens in the first week, and it was so subtle that I didn't notice until I fell to the second week, and is that the world changed for me. It was like all of a sudden, from living in the, let's say, in the first floor of a building, I noticed that I went to a higher floor. I have a clearer perspective about myself and others, and that was very amazing. And I remember became very quiet and really starting to admire my surroundings more. All of a sudden, I became more in touch with what was around me.
So welcome back, all of you here and those of you at home, to tape 4. We're actually coming now to a very powerful part of the course. This is where we work on goals. What we've been doing up until now is focusing on eliminating the negative and using the releasing to do that. What we're going to be doing now is showing you how you can get what it is that you want in your life. So we're going to be taking the releasing really a step further. Unfortunately, most of us have had the experience of goals as often a disappointing one. Maybe we've set goals, we've never followed through with them, we've given up with them. Or maybe they didn't turn out as we expected. Maybe we got them, but they were still disappointing at the end to us. So very often we have a lot of feelings about goals themselves. So what we're going to do is for you to get the...
You feel at least courageous, but even maybe wanting to go further to acceptance or peace. And then you turn the chart over, and then you'll see there's a list of actions you can take on the reverse side of the chart. It's like a to-do list for that particular goal. And what you do then there is you list some of the actions that you can take, and then release your feelings about those. Now, this is a very powerful combination, and what you can do is keep going back and forth. First, you work on the front side of the chart for a while until you feel really good about your goal. Then you turn it over, and you write down some of the action steps you can take, and you release on them. Now, very often with action and goals is we get a little confused. We sometimes think that we have to take step X, Y, and Z in order to get a goal. And as you release on the actions, you might start to see that maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe there's a totally new way to get it that you wouldn't have ever seen unless you wrote down the actions you thought you could take and release your feelings about those. Also, as you release on the action steps, it also opens you up more to your goal, because sometimes we don't even attempt goals because of the actions we think we're going to have to take in order to get that goal. Even a very simple one like dieting. You know, sometimes you think that you're going to have to give up your favorite foods in order to lose weight. But maybe there's a way to lose weight without doing that. You don't know unless you work on both sides of the chart. Now, those of you at home, remember to follow along. You'll get a chance to work in a few moments, but follow along as we're working with some others here. So how would you phrase the goal?
I allow myself to release the anxieties of having stress in my life.
Okay. The problem with that goal, can you see the problem with that goal? Rather than me telling you, I think you can see it.
Yeah.
What's the problem with the goal?
The stress is very broad.
Well, there's something else, though. Basically, remember one of the points on goals is to not put in what you're trying to get rid of? Remember that part?
Okay.
So how could you phrase that in a way where you're not holding in mind the negative? Where would you be if you'd already released the stress?
I'd be at a normal blood pressure.
Yeah. So that would be the goal. I allow myself to easily achieve and maintain
110/70.
Okay, or you can say normal blood pressure.
Normal blood pressure, okay.
Okay, which would you prefer?
Normal would be fine.
Okay. Why don't you write it down that way then? Do you want another sheet? Did you already write on one of the sheets?
No, I did not on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me hear it.
I allow myself to enjoy normal blood pressure.
Okay.
Is that all right?
I would put enjoy having.
Okay.
Let me hear it though.
I allow myself to enjoy having normal blood pressure.
Okay, great. All right.
Feels good.
All right, now, so read the go out loud.
Okay. I allow myself to enjoy having normal blood pressure.
Okay, what's your now feeling about the goal?
It's a good goal.
It's a good goal, yeah. Okay. But what's your now feeling about it? When you think of having normal blood pressure?
Frustration.
Okay, so write that down. Okay.
Okay.
Now, where does that fit on the chart? Is that an apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger? What is it?
Could be in lust.
Lust? Okay. So just allow yourself to feel that now feeling of lust. Can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could you let it go? Could you?
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Okay. Feel the remaining lust. Just allow yourself to feel the remainder of that lust.
Okay.
Could you let it go?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Okay. Feel what is there ever left of that now feeling of lust. Just feel the remainder of the lust. Can you feel it? That now feeling
Just
of
a
lust?
little bit there, but it's not.
All right. Well, the little bit that's left, just allow yourself to feel it.
Okay.
Now, could you allow it to release?
Yes.
Would
That's
you?
okay.
When? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you let it go?
I did.
Okay, good. You can give yourself a check then. Do you feel good now, too?
I feel very good about it.
Okay, great. Give yourself another check then. All right, now read the goal again.
I allow myself to enjoy having normal blood pressure.
Okay. And what's your now feeling about it?
It's wanting to know exactly where I'm at on it right now.
Wanting to know?
Wanting to know.
Okay, what is that? Is that more lust?
It's more lust, yeah.
Okay. Are you releasing?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just check. See if there's any more of that lust. That lust to know. Can you feel any more of it?
No, I can't.
Okay, great. So now read the go out loud again.
I allow myself to enjoy having normal blood pressure.
Okay, and what's your now feeling about it?
I feel that it will happen.
Okay. Okay, write that down. Okay. And it's, where's that? Apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride, or courageousness?
Courageousness, I think.
Courageousness?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just like I can.
Okay, so just let yourself feel the courageousness. That now feeling of courageousness.
Okay.
Could you let it go? Could you?
Yeah, I could.
Mm-hmm. Would you?
Yes, I would.
When?
Now.
Okay. Is there any more of that now feeling of courageousness?
No, it's almost a peaceful serenity type feeling.
Okay, so you let the courageousness go?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay,
did.
so you can give yourself a check. Do you feel good too?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Give yourself a check for that too. All right, read the go on again.
I allow myself to enjoy having normal blood pressure.
Okay, and what's your now feeling about it?
That it's okay.
It feels like it's possible it's okay?
Yes, totally possible.
Great. Would you say that's a gain from where you started out?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. From the original to where it is now, yes, a whole big gain.
Okay, terrific. Now, why don't we work on the other side, too?
Okay.
So what action could you take to achieve this goal?
Increased level of exercise.
Okay, so write that down. And what you're now feeling about it?
Feel like I should just go do it.
Okay, so write that down. I should just go do it. And is that apathy, a grief, a fear, a lust, anger? What is that?
I think it's acceptance.
Just check. There might be something else there. A should isn't usually an acceptance. There's still a little push there, isn't there?
Yeah, see, when I wrote down, just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
I took the should out of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, just check. See what you're now feeling is. Is it acceptance? Or is it another feeling?
No, it goes back to, could I? It goes back to the problem I'm having with my foot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So is that apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger? What is it?
It's kind of a fear.
All right, so write that down, fear. And just allow yourself to feel that now feeling of fear. Just allow yourself to feel it.
Okay.
Could you let it go? Could you?
Yeah, I could let it go.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now. Now.
Okay, good. Now feel the remainder of the fear. Feel what's ever left of the fear.
Okay.
Just allow yourself to feel it. Now could you allow it to release? Could you?
Yes, I could.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Okay, feel the remainder of the fear. Still some fear?
I don't think so.
Okay, did you let it all go?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Terrific. Can you give yourself a couple of checks then?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel now about the exercise?
Very good.
Very good. Okay, good. Terrific. All right, what other action can you take?
I could drop a little bit of weight.
Okay, write that down then.
Okay.
Okay. And what's your now feeling about that?
Desire to do so.
Desire to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that a lust feeling, a fear, or apathy? What is it?
It goes back into the lust again.
Lust, more lust, okay.
That's home base.
All right. So write down lust. Now just allow yourself to feel the lust. Can you feel it?
There's not much there.
Okay, a little bit that's left. Just allow yourself to feel it. Now could you allow it to release?
Yes, it could.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Okay. How does it feel now? Did you let go of all the lust? Or is it
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Feel light. Feel peaceful.
All right, so give yourself 2 more checks. You feel good too about losing the weight?
I do.
Okay, what other action could you take?
I don't know.
You know? Okay. Well, hopefully we got it started.
Yeah.
And what you do is you just keep working on both sides until you either achieve the goal or you let it go.
Okay.
So what's your overall feeling now about having normal blood pressure?
It feels like a reality.
Great. Terrific. Would you say it's a gain for me?
That's a gain.
Mm-hmm. Terrific.
Very good gain.
Now, I just have to make one disclaimer here. Remember, we're not treating, diagnosing, or curing anything. All we're doing here is helping you release your feelings or stress about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Good.
Terrific. Good. Thank you. Okay, now it's your turn at home to work on a goal. So if you haven't already done so, write your goal at the top of one of those goal charts. Now read the goal quietly to yourself. Or if you want to, you can read it out loud. It doesn't matter. But just to allow yourself to read the goal. And just see what your now feeling is after reading the goal. Now, whatever the feeling is, just write it down on your goal chart. Could you let it go? Would you? When? Now just allow yourself to feel the remainder of that feeling. Just allow yourself to feel that now feeling. Could you let it go? Would you? When? Okay. Now, if you let go of that feeling completely, give yourself a check in the let go column. Then read the goal silently to yourself again. Just allow yourself to read the goal. Now just check to see what your now feeling is about the goal. Just allow yourself to feel your now feeling. And then once you can identify it, write it down on your chart. Could you let it go? Would you? When? Now feel you're now feeling again. Just feel whatever you're feeling in the moment. Could you allow it to just let go? Would you? When? Again, if you let it go completely, give yourself a check in the let go column. And read the goal to yourself again. All right, now just allow yourself to feel your now feeling about that goal. Could you allow it to release? Would you? When? All right, now just feel that feeling again. Feel what's ever left of that now feeling. Could you allow yourself to let it go? Would you? When? Okay. Now, if you've let it go completely, give yourself a check in the let go column. Now, you might have more feelings to work through on the front side of the goal until you're at least solidly in courageousness. So if you need to, you can pause the tape.
For the first time in my life, the goal charts focused me. I wrote down on paper all my desires, material and, career goals. And I just started working on them one by one. And amazingly enough, I got what I wanted, and I got my career goals, and it was easier because I was very focused.
I had never been able to save money. So one of the things that I had set out for myself was just a simple decision to, maybe it was about time to have a bank account. And I didn't know how that was going to happen, but I thought, just let me let go of my feelings, because I had made a lot of money, but I spent it as fast as I made it. And I worked on that goal. I probably forgot about it somewhere along the way because I got very busy. But I noticed about a year later when someone asked me, it suddenly occurred to me that I really had a nice bank account. 100% increase in what I had. That felt pretty good.
And I achieved a goal of being able to, what I call, retire. I had set a goal about getting out of having to work. And as I kept using the technique and goals, the goal sheets, it really started opening up. I have a notebook full of goal sheets, and I find them a wonderful way to focus on what I do want to go for and to keep getting rid of the inner blocks that are telling me I can't have it or I shouldn't have it or whatever. So I find the goals extremely powerful to move me up to a nice energy to get rid of whatever is going on that's stopping me.
Okay, so let's do some more releasing on goals now. Who would like to work next? Who has a goal that they would like to do some releasing on?
I do.
Okay, Greg.
The goal is, I've written, it says, I allow myself to enjoy harmony with my family.
Okay. And how does it feel to you?
Right now it feels like something I have to work at getting.
Okay. I wonder if we could put the word easily again in that. And you might even want to put the word release. I allow myself to easily release.
Perhaps I could reword and say I could allow myself to easily release and enjoy harmony with my family.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. So read the goal out loud, Greg.
Okay. I allow myself to easily release and enjoy harmony with my family.
Okay. What's your first feeling about your goal?
I just feel kind of stopped. I'm not sure where to start with it.
Okay. Make a note of that. I'm not sure where to start. I feel kind of stopped. Where would you put that emotion or that feeling? Under which emotion?
I think where I'm at is, it's an I want. I think it would be a lust.
Okay.
That it's something I want to achieve.
Yes.
Not something I feel anxious about or negative about, but yet I don't really feel I have it. So it's something I want to have.
Okay. Well, just put the lust feeling down then.
Okay.
And allow yourself to feel that. That sense of I want it.
Okay, I can feel
Okay. Could you let it go?
that. Yes, I could let go of that.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
When?
Now.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like it moved forward a little bit.
Good. Is there any more remaining of the lust there?
Oh, there's It always takes me more than once.
Okay.
There's a little bit of less.
Okay. Okay, well,
It feels like it felt kind of like a stone rolling forward. It felt like it moved a little bit.
good.
Which was good. It was a good feeling.
Yes, absolutely. But just allow yourself to feel the peace that's remaining.
Okay.
Could you let it go?
Yes, I can let that go.
Good. Would you?
Yes, I will.
When would you let it go?
Now.
Okay.
Yeah, that moved up. I'm into an I can mode.
All right. Just check off the last column then.
So I'm really feeling more courageous about it now.
Okay.
Because I really feel like it's going to happen.
Good.
Yeah.
Just allow yourself now then to feel that courageous feeling.
That feels good.
Yeah, I know. Let some go though. Good.
Yeah.
Would you let some more go?
Yeah.
When?
Now.
Good. Is there any more of it remaining there, Greg? That courageous feeling?
Actually, I don't really feel any of that. I feel more like just an acceptance that it's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't have to think about wanting it or, yes, I can do it. It's just a given. It will now happen.
Wonderful. So check off the courageousness. Let's do a release on the acceptance feeling. And you might want to even read...
so well.
You might even want to read your goal again, just to make sure.
Yeah, because that could potentially find a feeling that maybe I haven't uncovered.
Right. Just to see, and it may be still the acceptance feeling, but what we do is when we word a goal statement, it's worded in courageousness. And in fact, what that does is it helps to pull up the negative. We word it as a positive, and it helps to pull up the negative also. So you might find that happening. So you can use, that's why we ask you to read the goal statement. You can use that to help do that. But let's check. You might still have that acceptance feeling. But it's good to read it through.
I allow myself to easily release and enjoy harmony with my family.
What's the now feeling there?
I think I'm in acceptance with that. That's where I
Good.
feel I'm at.
Good.
Yeah.
So allow yourself to feel that.
Okay.
Could you let it go?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can let it go.
Can you feel any more remaining?
It's kind of hard to describe. It just feels like it just is. Which seems like a step higher.
Yeah. Look for that more even in the piece.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just like being.
Yeah, it's like it just bees. You know, not the right word.
Yeah.
It just is.
Right. So give yourself a check there. And let's turn over now to the action part of your goal. What would be an action that you could take to get your goal?
Well, I think it has to start with me.
Okay.
So I think I need to be, I guess more loving would be the best word.
Okay.
That's a pretty encompassing word.
Yes.
Rather than thinking about one item or two items, if I was just in general more loving about it, I think that would accomplish it in itself.
All right. And what you're now feeling about being more loving.
I'm at least in courageousness.
Okay.
So
Good.
let's start there.
Just allow yourself to feel that courageous feeling.
I can feel that.
Okay. Could you allow it to release?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes. It's gone.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's the feeling there now?
I might have went right by acceptance, and it feels real good. It just feels like it just is.
Wonderful.
So that's a peaceful feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so you can give yourself a check down and let go and feel good.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Now you can carry on thinking of specific things too. It's a wonderful, that's a wonderful action, just to be more loving. There might be specific things that you can do also in order to support your goal. And even just an inner action of releasing regularly on your goal is really going to support you in that.
Well, I think when I started the class, this wouldn't have been a goal. I think that since I started releasing, I could see that it was a real goal. And the releasing opened it up so I could make it a goal, which is a nice gain in itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd write that one down in your gains book.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Good.
So I'm just going to leave you to carry on working with it, Greg.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
Okay. So let's do some releasing now with our home viewer. And you can carry on releasing on your goals, just keeping focused, reading the goal to yourself, and releasing whatever feeling comes up. Okay. So those of you at home, just get comfortable. And you can either carry on working on the goal you started earlier, or if you've reworded one now, you have a second goal. But whichever it is, just read it quietly to yourself. And what's the first feeling that comes up about your goal? And just make a note of that feeling. And allow yourself to feel it. Could you let it go? Would you let it go? When would you let it go? Now feel that feeling again. Feel what's left of that same feeling. Could you allow it to release? Would you? When would you? Okay. And if you've let that feeling completely go, check it off in the let go column and then the feel good. And now read the goal again to yourself. And what feeling is there right now in the moment about your goal? Just write that feeling down. And once you've identified it, allow yourself to feel it. Could you let it go? Would you? When? And check inside. Feel that feeling again. Just allow yourself to feel the remainder of it there. Could you let it go? Would you? When? And check one more time if there's any more of that feeling still there. And if there is, allow yourself to feel whatever's left of it. Could you let it go? Would you? When? Now let's read the goal chart one more time. And just allow yourself to feel whatever feeling is there now. Could you let that feeling go? Would you? When? And allow yourself to see if there's any more of that feeling there. And just let yourself feel it. Remember, even if it's a good feeling, you can let that go. To allow yourself to feel the feeling. Could you let it go? Would you? When? Now I'm sure you're feeling good about your goal by now. But I'm going to let's take this time for you to carry on your own. So turn over the sheet and now think of the actions that you can take now that you feel good about your goal. And carry on releasing by yourself and releasing the feelings about those actions. You'll find that the goals are just such a powerful way to really move forward in your life. You're going to just enjoy working with them so much more. As you deal with the feelings, you'll find that those are the things in the way of you achieving your goals. And as you let go, you'll find your goals are just so much easier to achieve. So carry on your good work, and we'll see you soon.
I think you can start to see that working on goals has the potential to really start to transform all parts of your life. Just think about all those things you've been striving for. Now you have a way to start putting yourself into action to start to achieve what you want. This method, the method you're learning now, is going to not only show you how to eliminate all that stress and tension and all those feelings that you've been carrying around, but you can now start using it to start having more of whatever it is you're wanting. And it should be in a very exciting few days before you view the next set of tapes or before you come back for next weekend, because you can start putting this into action. Now, we've been doing this with the tapes, and we've been doing it here live in the classroom, but you haven't had that much time yet to actually put it into action in your life. And that's what this week, or however long you take before you view the next tapes, is about, putting it into action. Practice, practice, practice. Apply, apply, apply. Release, release, release. The more you use this technique, the more you'll see benefits, no matter what. And you don't have to wait until something hits you across the face. A lot of us think we have to save it up. Practice on small things, traffic, little and petty annoyances that you may have just ordinarily just swept under the rug. If you use it on the small things, when big things do come up, you have the ability to just let it go very easily. So the whole point is to start to create a releasing momentum. Also, you'll see that as you start to practice the technique throughout the week, or until you view the next tape, you'll see you need to use the questions less and less. Again, the questions are just designed to start getting you in touch with the releasing process. But as you start to work with it, you'll see the releasing will happen more and more spontaneously. Now, everything we did in the first 4 tapes, or in the first part of this course, is designed to set a solid foundation for what we'll be doing when we come back on the next tape. The next 4 tapes will take whatever you've gotten so far from this technique and tremendously expand upon it. But give yourself the time to apply it before you go on to the next tapes. Just allow yourself to apply it in every part of your life. You've just seen a tiny bit so far of what you can get from this technique. Really, you're learning a new skill, something that will be with you for the rest of your life. So the more you apply yourself to it, the more you're going to see tremendous benefits. So I just want to let you know that you're all doing great, whether you realize it or not. Those of you here, I can see you, but I know also those of you at home, you're doing a lot better than you think. Remember also to keep validating your gains and look for them. You'll start to see them. So have fun. Keep working with the material. Also, what I'd like you to do is work in your special area of interest workbook in Section 3, the area of goals. So start working on goals this week in your special area of interest workbook, and just keep working with it. Again, those workbooks are very, very important. It's when you work in the workbooks is how you learn the method. And the more you work with those workbooks, the more you're going to see results in every part of your life. So congratulations, you've started a wonderful process, and I'll see you on the next tape.
Utilizing the method, I realized that I didn't need those emotions to control my life or to attain the goals that I'd like to attain. And by becoming more aware of them, I was able to release them and actually attain the goals that I wanted to attain.
I'd say that once we started this technique yesterday, that I sort of felt foolish and angry because it was so simple. And you wonder why you didn't have an opportunity to do this before. And the big game for today is I realize that this one simple tool can be applied to any situation in life. And I'm looking forward to next weekend.
What you've been doing in Volume 1 is getting in touch with your now feeling and tracing that now feeling to the underlying emotions of apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride, or courageousness, acceptance, and peace, and then letting it go. All the feelings culminate in these root emotions. And when you eliminate them, all the hundreds of feelings below them are also eliminated. Now, in order to get the most benefit from the program, allow yourself to use what you've learned so far for a few days before beginning Volume 2. This time is best used by practicing your releasing as much as you can. Put your releasing into action and do it constantly. Releasing is a natural process. Allow it to be easy. When you experience a gain, write it down so you become aware of your progress. As you practice this technique, you'll discover that it's not always necessary to ask yourself the questions. However, if you feel the need to use them, do so. Please feel free to review any Volume 1 tape before moving on to Volume 2. What you'll learn in Volume 2 is thousands of times more powerful than what you have learned so far. But you must take time to practice letting go of feelings before you move on to Volume 2. During this time, you may think of people who might be interested in this course or meet people who notice a positive difference in you. But rather than trying to explain the releasing technique to them, write their name and address on the referral sheets in the back of your workbook. We'll be happy to send them information. Notice your increasing joy as you practice your releasing. I'll see you in the next session.